It's the 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Dallas Mavericks. For Dallas, they've had a tough time over the last few weeks. 3-7 in their last 10 games. We'll see if they can make amends tonight. Guys, how about Dirk Nowitzki? He showed he can still dial it back a little and still be one of the biggest offensive threats in the game. How long can this keep going on, Shaq?
Well, whatever he's drinking, I want to get a brewery of that. He can play at a very high level for at least a couple. Looks good out there.
But I don't think Dirk's the kind of guy who's worried about.
The Bulls play before the hometown crowd, and we've got it live for you right here from Chicago, alongside Greg Anthony and with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, Mavs head coach Rick Carlisle is known for his command of X's and O's. He demands the same from his players. He tests them with tablets. They're shown a clip, it freezes, and then they're asked what they should do next. Zaza Pachulia said, I was like, come on, a test? I did this in school, but not in basketball. But it works. You take the test, and you start to remember things better. Evan?
Great stuff, D.A., thank you. And as you hit the midway point of the season, Steve, do you think teams know where they stand at this point, or is there still room for teams to shake things up and make a move?
You know, sometimes, Kevin, I feel bad for the teams when you're just out of it at the midway point. Then there's some teams you know they're looking to make a big trade that can boost them and catapult them 2 or 3 seeds higher. So it's depending on where your team is. I just don't want to be on that team where by February you're out of the playoffs.
That's a death match, isn't
yes.
it? Now we'll look at Dallas's starting lineup. Nowitzki is out there with Bogut, and there's J.J. Barea, then there's Harrison Barnes, and it's Williams at the 2.
The passion that Young plays with is infectious. I mean, just shows you once again how much he loves playing the game. And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Prez brings the double team. Young against Barea. Kicks it to Barnes. Shot clock at 6. Poked away and stolen by Butler. It's 2-on-1. A pull-up. Doesn't go that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way, coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And nothing to be ashamed about in that game. It was a great effort, I thought, all around. They just needed to have 1 or 2 breaks go their way.
And sometimes you don't get those chances, but hey, you always get another day to play again.
Clock at 4. Here's Barnes. Prez with the rebound.
I like that shot for him, though. Very little defensive pressure. He typically rises up and buries that.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And for a center, Robin Lopez is definitely one of the better free throw shooters in the league.
The Bulls have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
In terms of big man, he is certainly one of the better free throw shooters in this league.
Barea kicks to Barnes. Shot from 12. No good on that one. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Got to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
I mean, no stress in that one. The game almost looked like a shoot-around for them. Amazing at how well they shot the basketball.
It sure seemed like everybody on the team was in the zone. It'll be interesting to see if they are able to keep up that sweet shooting stroke.
It's stolen by Prez. From about 16, good, he hits the jump shot. Prez has got his second bucket tonight.
Prez plays both ends of the floor with a ton of energy. real good at moving his arms around to come away with these steals.
Now here's Barea. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first.
This is the opposite of how they wanted to start this game. 0 for 4 already.
It's deflected and going out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes.
You could tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
That was a risky pass. Poor decision, really. Fortunately, they didn't lose the possession.
Well, their pass it to Prez. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. 5 to shoot. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Prez has got his third basket of the night right there. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Cannot be happy with how things have gone during this run. I think it's a good decision to take a break.
He just needs to slow the pace of this game and get his players under control here.
And with Dirk Nowitzki setting screens in the pick and pop and Coach Rick Carlisle schemes, the Mavericks always have the foundation for a terrific offense.
Nowitzki outside. Pass to Bogut. Over in the corner, Barnes. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game.
Barea against Young. Nowitzki sets a screen for Barea. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in.
It took them a while, but finally they take the lid off.
Now they can breathe a little easier and maybe settle down into a little rhythm of this game.
Prez dishes to Lopez. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Barea kicks to Williams. That's tipped. It's stolen by Prez. Young with no one around. Off target from three-point range. Mavericks trailed by 11. Williams passes to Barea. He kicks it to Barnes. Pass to Bogut. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line to try to make it a three-point play.
Spectacular strength from Bogut. Even when he gets hammered, he knows how to get the job done.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Prez with the bucket.
Really good shooting night for him, doing everything he can to help his team stretch this lead.
Barea kicks to Bogut. Looks for Nowitzki, gets it to him. 14 feet away, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
Really bad mental lapse by the defense, yet he did not make them pay, surprisingly.
Mirotic with it. Williams picks him up. And Mirotic kicks to Young. Lopez a screen. No one near Prez as he lets it go. Misses the three.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And Nowitzki gets it to go down on the assist by Williams.
When you have a reliable floater like that, it can be absolutely lethal.
And finish off by Prez.
And Perez is never bashful about attacking the rack. When he sees space, he sprints towards it.
Outside Williams. Nobody near Barnes. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Barnes has got his first bucket of the night. Now here's Prez. He's guarded by Williams. Prez. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts at the line.
What a great play. Totally schooled the defender on that one.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Mavericks making a switch here. Powell's checked in.
And it's easy to admire Perez,
timeout.
a gifted player with a tremendous drive to be as good as he can possibly be.
Dallas calls timeout. Nice game, great performance by Prez.
The man has been relentless scoring inside, attacking the rim every chance he gets. Their defense has been powerless to stop him. We'll see what adjustments they make coming out of this timeout. Because he's such an explosive force down low, the defense threw everything they had at him, and it worked.
Young dishes to Prez. And Dirk Nowitzki gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul. Of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
For Chicago, they have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5. Hey, Steve, when you think about team basketball and chemistry, the value of winning, what attributes make for a great teammate?
I think, first of all, unselfish. I think a guy just wants to do whatever it takes just to win. And it's not about his individual awards. And also a guy that wants to make you better.
What about the guy you don't like? What about the guy who's not a good teammate?
You know that guy is selfish, and that guy is always huddling up with a lot of guys, having these small conversations, talking about what's going wrong.
But what do you do about it?
You got to kind of weed those guys out. You got to have guys all on the same page. I think it's a team effort, but also it's the coach, general manager, and the leaders of the team to kind of weed him out.
Great perspective. Mavericks trailed by 14. Here is Williams. 11-point game his last outing, and the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And here we have the 2K leaderboard showing us the teams with the best free throw percentage during the past month. Number 1, the Bulls. 5th, the Mavericks.
Yeah, I mean, both of these clubs have really been good from the free throw line. I mean, the focus is there, and the numbers would back that up.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Taj Gibson's checked in for Lopez. Portis comes in for Mirotic. And Dwayne Wade subbed in for Jimmy Butler. The Mavericks have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
And Baamute's checked in for Dallas. It's stolen by Prez. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Gibson leading the charge. And Wade slams it in.
And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results.
They're opening up a nice lead here early. Reason why, they're doing a great job in the paint.
The shot by Powell, no good.
You know, with that much room, you don't lay it up. You throw it down like you've been disrespected.
There's the lob to Prez. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And the basket by Harris.
It's as if the defense just let him go.
I think, you know what? He sniffed out the opportunity on the break. That's called cherry picking.
Prez passes to Wade. Baamute with the steal. Over in the corner, Williams. Now the pass to Mejri. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. Williams has got 3 assists now in this one. Chicago leading by 14. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. And a chance to compare steals versus fouls over the last 5 games and the season as a whole for Prez.
His steal numbers have really improved lately while he's managed to keep his fouls at a reasonable level. It's a terrific trend over this recent stretch of games. And if he can continue to play this kind of rugged but intelligent D, he'll be giving their opponents fits.
To the left wing. Here is Mbamute. Offensive rebound, Mavericks. Mejri kicks to Mbamute. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Left side, Gibson. Shot from 12. There's Portis, and there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call it a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line.
And early on, doing a really nice job at the free throw line. And they've clearly been the aggressors here early on, drawing fouls and working themselves to the line.
Poked away. It's stolen by Prez. Jumps up. And a hard slam there from Prez to finish off the play.
And that's the athleticism that had him so highly touted coming into the league.
Three-pointer. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Last time they met was in Dallas, where they beat the Mavericks.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
Knocking down every kind of shot imaginable. Hard to take them down when they are clicking like that.
Harris dishes to Powell. Tipped away. Williams for 3. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
And how about the quick release on that triple there, because he's given up a lot of height in that matchup.
He has to have a quick trigger when he's facing a size mismatch as big as the one he had right there.
Mavericks trailed by 14. The dish to Harris. And finished off by Prez.
And a huge lead here early to start.
The game plan is working to perfection so far. Didn't take them any time to get into rhythm.
Young with the steal. And finished off by Prez.
And I love the shot selection by Prez. Playing well within the offense there and burying a lot of buckets in the process.
And a lot of players who play like Wade will have brief careers due to the stress it puts on their body. You know, Greg, Wade has had his share of injuries in his time in the NBA, but he is still putting up big numbers despite all the bumps and bruises.
That's a great point. Undersized guards take a beating when they are attacking the basket. Wade has missed a lot of games, but he's been healthy when it matters most. He's also done a good job to adjust his game to be a danger when he's not barreling through the lane. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Williams. And again, unable to change momentum here. The Bulls leading by 20. Prez passes to Wade. And Gibson kicks to Young. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. There's the feed to Prez. Clock at 4. Nice slam there from Prez, who got to the rim on the pass from Young.
That's how you get juiced. Nice pass from Young to set up his pal, Prez.
Rajon Rondo's checked in for Young.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
There's the pick. Here's Williams. Williams missing again.
And on the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
pass to Prez. Ba'amute with the steal. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Feeds to Williams. Knocked loose. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
And 5 turnovers here. He set his team.
Chicago ends up going with the new group. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Andrew Bogut checked in for Measure. Nowitzki comes in for Dwight Powell. Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for Mba'amute. And Barea subbed in for Darren Williams. Mirotic at the power forward with Lopez in the middle. Young is out there with Prez. And it's Butler in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, Prez in their last game against the Grizzlies had a huge game. Just an incredible number of points, and the points were just the start of it. He joined an elite few by walking away with a quadruple double. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
Appreciate it, Dave. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
I am looking forward to watching this game again.
To the middle, and Bogut slams it in.
And just a forceful finish there. Bogut has that natural power.
Prez with the ball. Harris is there. Prez, no good.
Okay, that lay-in, he's tricky, but the defense was just too tight on him.
And stolen by Butler. And oh, here we go. Young's got it, the fast break chance. Here's Prez. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler.
And with the moment, let's check out some stats for Andrew Bogut. This last month, he has been a real positive for this team. He's averaging 8 points, 9 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And he knows how to use that big body to control the paint.
It's stolen by Prez. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
A moment here to check out some numbers for Prez. The past month has been surreal. Tops in scoring, first in rebounding, and with his incredible court vision, he's first in the league in assists per game.
Harris dishes to Barnes. Bogut kicks to Barea. He feeds it to Barnes. This one for 3. They get the rebound. Nowitzki, count that one.
And the defense just gets caught standing around that time and giving up the second chance opportunity.
Second chance points can kill you. You must concentrate on the defensive glass.
And Dirk Nowitzki, wow, just continues to climb that all-time scoring list. You know, now he's in the top 10, and you know, I think he could get to the top 5 before it's all said and done. And a lot of times we view greatness based on that window where they're at their very best, but you also can view it when you look at guys who can sustain a level of excellence for a long period of time, and that's what I think really separates Dirk Nowitzki from so many others.
6 on the shot clock. Nowitzki a screen. Barea, that's a 2-pointer, and Dallas again with the bucket.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
And Nowitzki alongside Michael Jordan, Karl Malone, and Kobe Bryant is the only players to score 27,000 points or more with one franchise.
Kevin, you think of the Mavericks, you think of Nowitzki. I mean, the greatest Maverick player ever. He's up there with Hakeem Olajuwon as the 2 greatest international players in league history.
Here's Prez. And Young kicks to Lopez. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. And this gives us a moment now to show you the rookies with the highest shooting percentage over the past 10 games. Justice Young, number 1. Prez is second. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. And the Mavericks call time here. Steve, I still remember when you went to Atlanta in that trade from Miami. Pretty much everyone agreed it was a heist. It was a steal for the Hawks. Do you think we see less lopsided trades these days?
Yeah, we do, Kevin. Reason why, because of the salary cap. You're trying to match money and money together. And I think right now, Kevin, you're starting to see, because of the contract situations, you want value for value. So they're not as lopsided as they used to be.
And Harris wide open. He shoots. Good on the triple. Harris has got 5 points so far.
I don't think that's what they wanted to run, but hey, it worked out well in the end.
And that's foul number 2. Maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
And he makes the first.
No waste trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Prez brings the double team. Nowitzki gets a wide open look. A three-pointer off the mark.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Lopez passes to Prez. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Harris. Got a piece of it. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You take a look at Los Angeles. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in that #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific. And, of course, there's the Mavericks. Just need to take it a game at a time.
You know, right now, Dallas, they weren't part of the discussion of teams on the rise as we came into the year. And now, quite frankly, we know why. If anything, they've taken a step back.
They really have. And maybe it's not the time to close the book on their season just yet, but that time isn't far off.
And here we go. Fast break. Barea's got it. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have. You're right. Here's Mirotic. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Chicago making a switch here. Valentine's checked in. Dwight Powell's checked in for Dallas.
Mirotic, a big man with range for days. His skill set fits in well with this team.
Prez brings the double team. Bogut kicks to Barnes. Hits the three-point bomb. Barnes has got his second bucket of the night.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
It's stolen by Harris. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Ball's knocked loose. Good chance here for Barnes. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Barnes has got 7 points.
He's out on these catch and shoot opportunities. Barnes very comfortable as a secondary scorer.
They set the pick. Prez with the screen for Young. And Barnes comes to help. Shoots the three. Barnes grabs the miss. The Mavericks have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Barea with it. Now guarded by Prez. On the wing, Harris. Another three for Dallas.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Now Prez is coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. Drains the three-pointer.
And they've done a great job knocking down those long-range shots here in the second, shooting just over 40% from downtown.
Down low, here's Barnes. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Barea's got 3 assists tonight.
Incredible. He was shooting the ball with good rhythm in the first quarter. Now he's just unconscious.
Here's Prez. He's off on that one. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Harris with it. Now guarded by Prez. Expanding his range. Barea, no good. Chicago's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Young for 3, and Young just drilling the 3 there. Nice look.
And that's the shot that's dropping for Young when he is playing with confidence.
Barea kicks to Barnes. Back to Barea, the 8-footer. Another miss by Barea.
And at a time they really need him to shoot well. The exact opposite is what's happening.
And that 3 from Prez set up by the pass from Young.
And Young is an unselfish guy, and he was looking to get Prez the ball in that situation.
From outside the arc, Harris misses.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, when you think about international players, English is usually their second language. Now, Andrew Bogut is from Australia, but that hasn't prevented him from having communication issues in the past. He said, "I get a lot of crap for my accent." But that sense of humor and laid-back demeanor belies his intensity. He said of his country's reputation, they know on the court we'll fight till the end.
No doubt about that. Thanks, Dave. So the wing on the left. Dallas moving it around. On the wing, Barnes. He's coming off a 34-point game against Minnesota.
You can't forget about how great he was at forcing contact and getting to the line. He racked up a lot of easy points.
And through the first half.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. Got a double-double already at halftime. What can you say about how you started?
Welcome back to the hustle and bustle of Chicago, a time-lapse view of all the traffic heading toward downtown. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. We're seeing a tremendous game from Prez.
He's just been terrific. This is what they needed from him.
He's played like a man possessed right now, and his team is thriving as a result.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Harrison Barnes is out there with Luke Mbamute.